curious minds? Welcome back to Intriguing Info, the channel where we uncover the fascinating stories hiding in plain sight. I'm your host, and today, we're diving into the world of a language that was designed to unite humanity. A language you might not even know exists. Ever heard of Esperanto? No? Well, buckle up, because this story is full of idealism, mystery, and a whole lot of history. Let's go. Alright, picture this. It's the late 1800s. The world is divided by borders, cultures, and languages. Communication is a mess, and misunderstandings are everywhere. So, one man comes up with a bold idea. Why not create a universal language? A language that's easy to learn, neutral, and designed to bring people together. That's Esperanto in a nutshell, a language invented not by a nation, but by an idealist with a dream of global harmony. Let me introduce you to the guy behind Esperanto, Ludwig Lazarus Zamenhof. Born in 1859 in what is now Poland, Zamenhof grew up in a town where people spoke multiple languages: Polish, Russian, Yiddish, German, you name it. And guess what? Those language barriers caused endless arguments and misunderstandings. So, Zamenhof decided to create a language that anyone could learn, no matter their background. In 1887, he published the first guide to Esperanto, calling it the Unua Libro, or First Book. The idea was simple. Create a language with logical grammar, no weird exceptions, and vocabulary borrowed from major European languages. Think of it as the Rosetta Stone of peace. Okay, here's where Esperanto gets really cool. It's ridiculously easy to learn. First off, there are no irregular verbs. That's right, none of that go, went, gone nonsense. Everything is consistent. Second, the vocabulary comes from languages you probably already know. For example, familio means family, amico means friend, and bella means beautiful. Sound familiar? That's because a lot of its words come from Latin, Romance, and Germanic languages. Let's take the verb, to love Amy. In Esperanto, you just add endings to show tense. Am I amas equals I love, am I amus equals I loved, am I amus equals I will love. Boom, that's it. No irregularities, no guesswork. It's like language on easy mode. Now, you'd think a language designed to unite humanity would take off like wildfire, right? Well, in the early 20th century, it kind of did. Esperanto clubs sprang up all over Europe, and even famous figures like Leo Tolstoy and J.R.R. Tolkien gave it their seal of approval. There were even attempts to make Esperanto the official language of the League of Nations, the precursor to the UN. But then, things took a dark turn. Authoritarian regimes, like those in Nazi Germany and Stalinist Russia, banned Esperanto. Why? Because it was seen as a threat. A neutral, international language didn't exactly fit their nationalist agendas. Zamenhof's Jewish heritage didn't help either. His vision of unity became a target during times of division. Fast forward to today, Esperanto might not be the global phenomenon Zamenhof dreamed of, but it's far from dead. It's estimated that 2 million people worldwide can speak Esperanto, with thousands using it every day. There are even Esperanto meetups, conferences, and podcasts. Thanks to the internet, the language is having a mini revival. You can learn it on Duolingo, chat with people across the globe, or even read books and watch movies in Esperanto. Oh, and there's a whole Wikipedia in Esperanto. Wild, right? So, why should you care about Esperanto? For starters, it's a great way to dip your toes into learning languages. Studies have shown that learning Esperanto first can make it easier to learn other languages later. But more importantly, it's about the philosophy behind it. Esperanto represents a world where language isn't a barrier, but a bridge. It's a reminder that we're all more alike than we are different. Before we wrap up, here are some fun facts to impress your friends. There's a sci-fi movie entirely in Esperanto starring William Shatner. Yep, Captain Kirk speaks Esperanto. Esperanto has its own flag. There's even an online platform called Pasporta Servo where Esperanto speakers host travelers for free. Talk about a global couch surfing network. So, what's the verdict on Esperanto? It may not have become the universal language of the world, but it's still alive, thriving, and inspiring people to connect beyond borders. Whether you're a language nerd, a globetrotter, or just someone who loves a good story, Esperanto is a fascinating piece of history, and maybe even your next hobby. Thanks for watching this episode of Intriguing Info. If you found this as fascinating as I did, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and ring the bell so you don't miss out on more mind-blowing content. And hey, have you ever tried learning Esperanto? Let me know in the comments. Until next time, stay curious, stay inspired, and remember, sometimes, the smallest ideas can change the world.